Hello, welcome to the free Flutter course. In previous lessons, we covered inheritance and interfaces. Today, we'll be discussing Mixins. Let's start with the basics. So, what is a Mixin? In the Dart programming language, a Mixin is a special type of class that can be used to add functionality to other classes. Unlike a regular class, a Mixin cannot be instantiated on its own and usually does not contain any state, only methods. Let's look at the differences between them. Inheritance allows a class to inherit behavior and state, methods and fields from another class. However, Dart does not support multiple inheritance, meaning that a class can only inherit from one other class. Interfaces allow you to define a contract that a class must implement, but do not provide method implementations. Interfaces in Dart are very similar to regular classes but contain no implementations, and a class can implement multiple interfaces. A Mixin, on the other hand, allows a class to inherit methods from multiple other classes without using multiple inheritance. You can think of it as a way to mix in methods into a class. This is especially useful when you need to add the same functionality to several classes. Let's look at the syntax. To create a Mixin in Dart, the Mixin keyword is used. Let's create a Mixin for swimming. Notice that unlike an interface in a Mixin, we implement methods rather than just declaring them. Also, a Mixin does not have a constructor and typically does not hold fields. Now, let's see how to use a Mixin in a class. We can add a Mixin to a class using the with keyword. In this example, the fish class inherits all the properties of the animal class and at the same time receives the swim method from swimmer. That's how easily you can add functionality through a Mixin. In Dart, a Mixin cannot inherit from other classes. However, starting with Dart 2.1, it's possible to create a Mixin that inherits from another Mixin. The on keyword is used to specify which classes or Mixins can be used as the base. In this example, runner can only be used in classes that already include walker. This allows for creating more complex and specialized Mixins. If we try to remove the use of walker, we will get a compiler error stating that we cannot create such a class because walker requires us to use runner with the help of the on keyword. Now, let's do a small exercise. Create 3 Mixins, startable, stoppable, and refuelable, and implement the corresponding methods. Then, create a class for a bicycle and a motorcycle. In the bicycle class, use the startable and stoppable Mixins, and in the motorcycle class, use all 3 Mixins. Next, test all the methods by creating instances of the classes. Solution: create 3 Mixins and implement the start, stop, and refuel methods. Then, create a class for the bicycle, and use 2 of our Mixins using the with keyword. As a result, our class will have access to the methods provided by our Mixins. Next, create another class for our motorcycle. This time we'll use all our Mixins, startable, stoppable, and refuelable, since a motorcycle, unlike a bicycle, needs the ability to refuel. Now, let's try creating instances of our classes and call the methods. Run the program, and we'll see that everything works. You may not yet understand why we need inheritance, interfaces, and Mixins, but these are actually very useful tools. and you will realize their full potential after a little practice. That's all for today. We've explored the concept of Mixins in Dart, learned how to use them, and saw an example of their application. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next video.